Guys, can I get a feel of like what position?
Yeah, we'll be here. Sorry,
We'll be here. We'll be here all week.
let me just pop this over here.
Speak as you would as
Yeah.
episode.
Hello.
I'm so embarrassed about these voice notes.
Are you really?
Yeah.
They're so funny.
No, that was me just thinking.
The last one is the best because you say
It's
like
a voice note heavy episode today.
1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. I've not had any breakfast.
I've not had any breakfast, and I got my lunch there. It's my protein sugar.
We are ready to go.
You like that? Hello, everybody, and welcome to Got a Problem, Mate. It's the podcast and the vodcast. He's Bilal, I'm Joey. We're here to solve your problems sometimes, but today is a special episode.
Ask us anything.
You can ask us anything, but only if you've already got the questions in. Otherwise, you're too late.
Yeah, it's not live.
Also, chuck them in. We might answer them.
No, how would that?
Well, no, we'll answer another day.
Oh,
But this is a Ask Us Anything special.
yeah, we have the questions.
Yeah,
we actually have a running order this time.
No, we're getting very professional. But I am wearing if you're watching this, or if you're just listening in the car, I'm sure you can imagine what it's like. I am wearing the Tottenham Hotspur home shirt because we are the champions of Europe. I've been
the lower
drinking
Europe.
for ages.
You can't say you're the entire that final hasn't been done yet.
We are at the moment.
PSG or
We are the
Inter.
current European champions.
No, Chelsea.
The highest European champions.
No, Chelsea's conference is better.
No, it's not. Even you know that.
Yeah. Are you going to tell him the truth about this shirt?
What?
Nothing?
No, I'm not going to tell him anything.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah?
Right.
I got it at a good price.
Yeah, it's real.
Feel the quality of that. See?
But I don't know what a real
well,
one.
I've never touched a real one. They're on the players.
Yeah.
Now, Bilal,
Yeah.
before we get into it, I should say thank you to everybody that last week when we asked you to like, rate, and subscribe because we're nearly at 100 5-star reviews on
amazing.
Spotify. We're now on 98. So if you can prove that you're the 100th one,
Yeah.
we'll get you something very nice.
We should do a prize for the 1,000th
100th
subscriber.
Yeah,
Because we've got 779.
and the 100th 5-star review on Thingy. Spotify.
Yes.
Yeah.
779.
So get to it. And also, if you want to subscribe to the Patreon, then we'd like that very much indeed. Just stop giving money to the rest is politics or whatever Gary Lineker's going to do next, and give it to us because we need it more than Gaza Lineker.
We need it more than Gaza Lineker.
Yeah.
What do you want to start with? Shall we talk about your Tottenham time?
Let's talk about my Tottenham time.
All right, go on.
I've been very drunk. For a number of days.
What did you think of the final? Good game,
don't
innit?
I know that when this comes
You don't
out, it will
remember, do you?
nearly be 2 weeks after the event, and also everybody will have already said these sort of things. But apparently, we were the worst winners of all time because we had the least shots, the least amount of possession, the least amount of passes.
That's brilliant.
Of any winner of the trophy.
It was amazing, the final.
But did you know only one team has won it since us in 1984? That's Liverpool.
What do you mean?
Well, we British team. I should have said British there.
No, that's not right.
Yeah?
The Europa League.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Chelsea have won it.
Okay, let me have a look.
Mate, that's completely wrong.
It's not completely wrong.
Chelsea have won it. What's he on
British.
about?
Sorry, whilst I'm doing that, Kate's
Yeah.
just having his lunch in the background.
I'll fill. Terrible that Tottenham have won this. Bad for humanity, really.
English clubs in... Oh, this is too hard to work out.
It's not, mate.
I'm not good at Googling.
It's too hard to work out. We're having lovely flat whites. It's a beautiful sunny day in capital of
Right,
UK.
we said we were going to keep this... Right, so 1984, Tottenham. Then it's all Spanish and Swedish and West German and Dutch, mostly Italian.
Yeah.
More Germans. Then 2001, Liverpool.
Also,
Then-
Man United have won it, haven't they?
No, and then... Oh, you're
Chelsea.
right, Chelsea. Okay.
So what did you read?
And then Man United.
Who have you
And
been
then,
talking to?
And then Chelsea again. Oh, but hang on, is this all of the European? Oh,
No, this is Europa
okay.
League, or it used to be UEFA Cup.
Well, it doesn't matter because we are the champions. And that's why we're not a football podcast yet.
Yet.
By the way, if you don't like football, this bit will be over soon. But
Yeah.
you need to understand the magnitude of... I went to the right. Where do you want to start? I got very drunk. I don't know what else to tell you.
I think you don't remember what happened.
I remember
Because your
watching the
memory
game.
of no, you don't. You've just told me things you've read about the game. You do not remember the game.
I remember watching the goal go in,
Yeah.
and despite seeing 3 replays and still not being sure if the ball had actually got in the goal.
It was a very weird goal.
Yeah. But we're the champions.
Yeah, it wasn't even on target, right?
It
That's
was
what's
also
funny.
Big Bren's birthday.
Today or
No, that day.
was it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Imagine scoring the winner of the Europa League final. On
That's-
your birthday.
that's
What's
cool.
better than that?
That's the peak, the Champions League goal, probably.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know about that.
You wouldn't
Who's
either.
had a better season? Tottenham or you?
I knew this would be the thing.
Yeah.
Literally, we talked about it before. You were like, "Oh, if we win, everyone's going to talk about how bad we were," and I said, "No, everyone's going to say they had a better season than Arsenal." That's the
And we did,
thing.
didn't we?
If you want,
No, I do want.
I don't think so.
I do want-
but
well-
you can have it.
No,
You know. Do you think you're going to win a
Listen.
single game next season?
I don't care.
It's fine. Fair enough. You know?
But I got
I'm
very
happy
drunk.
for you.
I got very drunk, and then I ended up at about 2 a.m. in an O'Neill's.
Shall we talk about what happened when?
Yeah.
So at
It's
3,
disgraceful.
this is at 3:56 a.m. I got some voice notes from Joey Page the night of Tottenham winning, or the next morning. I was obviously asleep, but I heard
Can I
them in
just
the morning.
quickly apologise to my family that I'm now bringing into disrepute here? I'm sorry, Father. I know you're watching.
Right.
I'm sorry, Mother. I know
Right.
you expect better of me.
Stop. This is a short message interrupting the broadcast.
Yeah, we want you to sign up to the Patreon, so we've stopped you having any fun until you do so. But also, please, we need help.
Please sign up to our Patreon for extra bonus content, things we can't say on here. And imagine how bad that is considering some of the things we do say on here.
Yeah, especially me. And also, if you haven't got any money, then please just click the subscribe button.
That's free.
And also rate us on iTunes and Spotify.
That's free.
Salute.
Salute.
Mate, listen, the only reason I'm saying this bit at the beginning to cover myself is because I know it's bad, but feel free to play this on the podcast.
Oh,
That's
no.
the caveat. Have you ever been so drunk? Because I don't think you have because you're Muslim. But have you ever been so drunk that you've had some chicken nuggets at McDonald's and then got off a bus early from where you live by accident? I should do a little burp there, that's disgusting. Got off early and walked past where you live by about 5 minutes. And if I'm being honest, maybe 8 minutes from where I actually live.
It is 8 minutes.
I'm gone to another McDonald's and bought your second box of chicken nuggets of the night. So that's 12 nuggets in total.
There's only one person. There's only one person that would do that, and he's sat over there behind the sound desk, the Nug
I'm so
Monster.
drunk, but I'm also very nearly home, so don't worry about me. But also, what a sorry old tale for the podcast. I guess what I was asking was, I'm back, by the way, hello. I guess what I'm asking was, has anybody ever, this is for the whole podcast, listeners, humans,
It's not the whole podcast.
No, it's for everyone on the podcast.
alike, have you ever, not have you ever had 12 nuggets, but have you ever had 6 nuggets, then got a night bus, and then got 6 more nuggets?
Night bus.
How else am I going to get home?
There's a bit more.
To be fair, I know I've got an audience now. Like, I know I'm doing this not just to you, Bilal, but I know the people who listen to this. To be fair, they were such good nuggets.
Is that?
There's
Up the Spurs.
loads of short ones.
Like, I don't know if you've ever had 6 chicken nuggets and sweet and sour sauce, but it is so good. Also, finally, I'm just about to get home. Listen to this. Tottenham!
That did wake my girlfriend up.
Listen.
God. 12 nuggets, I apologise.
Nuggets, I apologise.
That's my
So,
favourite.
to anybody at home, have you ever had a double Donald's? That's what I want to know.
It's not a real question. This
It
is a
is.
question of a just drunk madman.
And then I went out and done it again on Sunday.
You did 12 nuggets again?
No, I went out. I didn't have any food. I had to make up for it because I know that our personal trainer is going to be furious with us. Now,
How was the parade?
oh, the parade.
Mm.
Do you know how many people there?
No.
220,000 people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Mm.
That's nearly as many as what listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I got off the tube,
Mm.
I was a bit emotional
Why?
just because of the whole
You were probably just hot.
emotion of it all.
You're probably just too hot.
No, it was really good, the parade. And at one point when the bus went past, Big Ange looked at me in the eye.
And what did he say?
No, I just, like when
Mm.
you're at the zoo and like a big cat looks you dead in the eye.
Yeah, and you go,
And you're not sure. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did when Big Ange looked at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. So a very
Yeah.
special time for old Paige.
Do you think when he looked at you, he was making his decision of if he's staying or going?
I hope so.
He might be off. That's
No,
mad.
I bet he looked at me and went, that guy's Australian. 'Cause I do get that a lot.
Oh, good. One of our own.
One
is
of our
it?
own.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that the football
That's
banter
the
bit
football
done?
chat done, I guess.
That's that section. Should I tick it off on the list? Check that section off the running order. Okay. Do you like
Tick.
the running order? Tick.
Yeah.
Okay. So what have you been up to in your sad little life?
Gigging loads.
Loads.
Yeah.
What, like 3 times?
I did the Chesham Fringe, did the Margate Fringe.
Yeah, which one's got the better haircut?
The better
Fringe.
what? Oh, right.
Which
Very
one's-
good.
yeah.
Chesham Fringe is good. You ever been to
No.
Chesham?
Where is it?
It looks like the sort of place you'd go.
Why?
Very end of the Metropolitan line.
Into the
Everyone, mate. I got there at 2 p.m. Very much festival atmosphere. Like it's a little,
Festivale.
little high street packed full of people. Everyone was
What did you
drunk.
do it in, like a disused shop?
No, but upstairs in
In
a
a
pub.
disused BHS?
It was good actually. I'd recommend it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Audience a bit shy, but fun, posh
Yeah.
people, and
Yeah.
you know, yeah, but good
Yeah.
laugh. And then Margate Fringe, very good.
Yeah.
Sam Moulton,
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
for him.
Who
He's our
booked
friend.
us for that gig that we did to go the other day?
that was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get any birthday money for that though, did we?
What do you mean?
No, we got paid. Don't get.
I
Yeah.
got birthday money.
No, I didn't.
I was headlining it,
Yeah, I was just doing 10.
but only because
I was just
Aisling B
trying
had to
attendance.
leave.
I was just trying out of 10.
Yeah,
wasn't
I know.
So, yeah,
It was really good.
don't get birthday
We
money
talked
for
about
10
this
minutes.
before.
I know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I got birthday money.
just one quick thing that I want to add to that was Wednesday night that voice notes there.
Yeah,
I then went out Sunday night after the last game of the season after the players did their pitch parade as well,
Mhm.
third parade of the day. Have you ever been so drunk that you've decided that you like Smirnoff Ice again?
I don't know what any of that means, but I'm sure the
That's what
listeners.
I
Right.
was on the Smirnoff Ices in an Irish pub till 4 a.m.
Oh, man.
It's had a really sorry week.
Who are you with?
Barnaby Slater, who's been on here.
Yeah, I know Barnaby.
And at one point on Sunday, Jimmy, because Charlton won the...
Barnaby is doing a lot of Arsenal bantering on his
Yeah, I'm
Instagram, and
sure
I
he is.
can't wait till you don't win a single game next season because of Barnaby.
So,
He's a Coy's boy.
one thing I did work out, though,
Mm,
in the midst of all this,
yeah.
was after my big drinking session, I was like, the next morning I was so dehydrated. I was like, I really look like I'm doing well on this fitness challenge.
Oh.
So, if I get to the end of the challenge,
You're going to not drink any water for 2 days.
no, I'm going to get blind drunk again. And then
No,
the next
no.
morning I'll take the photo and I'll look like I've absolutely smashed it.
But your face will look really ill.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. No one's going to be looking at my face. They'll be looking
That's
at my
true.
pecs.
So is that what we do? We should dehydrate ourselves?
I guess so. Like
Okay.
a jockey does.
I'll have loads of coffee.
Or getting a hot
Excuse me.
bath in a bin bag.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
Do you go
jockeys
for
do.
runs with bin bags on?
No.
Not around Bethnal Green?
No, that's not me.
You'd fit right in.
No, I know that guy, but that's not me. Let's move on to
Next
next
part of the podcast,
is
everybody.
we've got a message from our fitness coach. And can I tell you, I'm in disrepair because I've pulled a stomach muscle
How? Farting?
running.
Oh.
And now when I sneeze, and it's peak hay fever season, everyone.
Yeah.
When I sneeze, it hurts.
Get on the Alevia. You take Alevia?
What's that mean?
It's the hay fever medicine.
Oh, I thought you meant for
Boots
your
have got their
stomach.
own brand, half the price.
That
Same
is-
ingredients.
Wow, we are if nothing but custodians of customer service.
Custodians.
So
I've been doing badly on this challenge.
which is great.
I had a bit of
Great
a
news for me.
traumatic week.
So just to remind people, and if you wanna follow our fitness coach, is James Ronan __. Yeah. And he's put us in a challenge against each other where we get points for. Do you even remember how we get the points?
You get points for completing a workout.
Yeah, which is 50 points.
Points for
Cardio,
cardio, and then points for beating a self-best on the personal workout. So if there's one like, if it was sit-ups, for example, if you beat your previous personal best, there's points for that.
Yeah.
I don't know how many.
And currently,
Joe's winning.
Bilal has 1,760 points,
Mm.
which is quite a good amount of points, Bilal. But not when you're up against old rage Paige, who's got 2,210.
Yeah, but it's not fair. You're still drunk.
And I will keep
Big drunk.
Imagine if I had these 2 big nights out,
Yeah.
and all the ones I had the last bank holiday,
Mm.
and all the ones at the beginning of the challenge, I would be in peak condition.
It's been very much hare and the tortoise.
What are you?
The hare.
What, you went fast?
Yeah, everyone thought I'd win. Everyone thinks, well, he's our guy. He's the one we support. He's the one we like. Even James was like, yeah, that's the one I like.
Mm.
Yeah. He messaged me. He said, you're the one I like.
Well,
and look what's happened.
Well, he's
You've
sent
gone
us
slow
a
and
voice note,
steady.
and I have not listened to this. Okay?
Okay.
I have. Look, you can see I've not even listened to it. So let's see what he's got to say for himself today.
This is horrible.
This is our coach. Thank you, coach. I say thank you,
Thank
coach.
you, coach.
Thank you, coach.
Thank you,
Yes,
coach.
sir, coach.
Yes, sir, coach.
Hang on, is this attached to my headphones? We're so bad at this.
We're not. You are.
Right, here we go.
Hello guys, Coach Ronan here. Just doing a bit of a check-in for you both.
Thank you, Coach.
We are now 5 days away from the end of the challenge. You both have done incredibly well and been pushing really, really hard. So well done to both of you. You've also both lost about 3 and a bit kg
Whoa.
in the last 8 weeks.
Woo.
So that's a massive achievement
Which can I say is hard when you're putting on so much muss.
in itself, especially juggling work, social plans and things like that. So well done to both of you. I think that's really impressive what you managed to achieve.
Do you know what I mean? It's too nice. I want him to give you a bollocking.
I think it's coming.
In terms of workouts, this is where we really start to see
Oh, you think he's being nice? He's going to bring the hammer down on you.
Yeah.
the difference now. Joey's obviously pulling away in the challenge.
I have been pulling away.
Lead, so Bilal, you really got to pull out of the bag. You've got to try and catch up with him in some way before the end of the challenge. But to give you some stats, Joey, you've completed.
Is that not one of your? Is that not one of your exercises? The pull away.
Pulling away.
Pulling away.
Yeah, I do 5 sets of that.
28 workouts. That's not including the cardiovascular exercise that you do on top. So all the running sessions.
That's great, man.
Bilal, you have also done. So you've done 13 workouts. So there's a bit of a difference there, which will probably obviously shows in the leaderboards. But both of you have done incredibly well. So good work, and let's really push hard now towards the end of the challenge. And I look forward to sharing with everyone how well you've both done.
He just wants to share the
So-
pictures of our nipples.
So
man.
basically, in 2 weeks' time on this podcast, James will be on the phone at least to give us the results, even though it finishes in 5 days.
I'm not
but-
coming.
Huh?
I'm not coming to that one.
Mate. I'm not only going to do it with my top off, but I'm not even going to wear any pants.
Really?
I wear trousers, but no pants.
Okay.
Little tight shorts. I'm going to
And
wear
then on the pre-show,
on the free show.
nothing.
Just a hat.
That's allowed. A fake Tottenham hat.
Yeah. Okay. So now we've got all the other business out of the way.
Should we get
I'm
to
duty
our-
bound to remind you that one more little plug. If you could please like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast in any way you can help us, it is much appreciated.
If you could subscribe to the YouTube, even if you could set up maybe, what do we need, 300 odd bot accounts
yeah,
and
if you
subscribe
want
to
to be
the
a little
YouTube.
botty,
If you want to be a botty.
then we'd appreciate that.
We just need 1,000 to monetize, and we're on about 700 and, well, we're nearly on 800.
Wow. And
Are we?
I want to, for no actual reason whatsoever, want to get to that 500 5-star reviews on Spotify. 500? What? Yeah, 'cause it's 500 stars. See?
500 stars.
500 stars for us. And we'll eat them all up like good boys with our breakfast. Now, but today's episode, we said this is going to be an Ask Us Anything special.
Yes.
If we've got time as well, I will be throwing in a mum's net as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Shall I start?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Charlie on Instagram said, "Is cereal soup or nah?" FYI, Mark Watson has failed to sufficiently answer this question on several two occasions.
Several two occasions.
Well, we could get Mark Watson on here and ask
Well,
him.
I've tried to get Mark Watson on here, and he's failed to reply to me on several two occasions.
Oh,
I don't think Charlie. I don't think Mark Watson's a very organised man when it comes to the social medias.
but he seems like his general energy is
yeah,
like,
it's like scatty.
yeah,
so I don't think
in a
it's-
good way. Like that's his thing, right? In
Yeah,
a
but I
complimentary.
don't think that lends itself well to answering correspondence. about
Cereal is
soup.
not soup because it's milk and stuff.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What about a milk-based soup? That's if you heat up the milk.
Yeah.
Does that then become broth?
No.
Milk
Do you
broth.
heat up the milk? Are you a
could do.
toddler?
Can do.
No. Also, you dip. I would say that all types of soups, one can dip a bread in, and if you're dipping bread in cereal,
You can do that.
you can, but you should be arrested.
Well, I'm inclined to agree with you. It's not a soup,
No,
but it is a very cost-effective way of eating.
it's not, man. It's really
Isn't it?
expensive.
Is it? I don't
Cereal
have
is
cereal.
expensive these days, and it doesn't fill you
I don't
up,
have
does
cereal.
it?
I'm all about look at me. I'm all about the £8 bread. I'm all about that expensive.
We went
bread,
to.
boy.
We got. Do you ever get Too Good to Go?
Sorry,
Too Good to Go.
out.
It's the thing where you. It's
I
the
do
thing
get
where.
too good to go. Sometimes.
It's the thing where you spend like £3 or something, and then a cafe gives you a bag of stuff at the end of the day.
Oh no,
You ever done it?
no.
Wife
mean,
paid
ev-
£6 to Gales, got loads of stuff. They let her pick. They don't usually let you pick.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
What is this, an app?
Yeah.
Right.
Have a look on round your way. It'll
Okay.
be,
If you've never heard a better plea for why we need Patreon money, let's get this guy some fresh produce. Okay.
it's fresh.
I don't want him paying. I don't want him paying. How much is it?
It was £6.
I don't want him paying £6 for 45 Greg's steak bakes that an old lady's fingered and then put back in the hot cupboard.
Another question from Jack from
Yeah.
Instagram. What do you think we should bring back from the good old days? Mine is open-backed buses that you could jump on and off when it is moving because it was cool.
Who's
That's a
this?
nice
Jack
one.
who?
Jack,
Oh, Jack
do you want to
Johnson.
know?
Oh,
you
Coy's
wanna know?
boy.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the one who met me at the stadium and was
Oh
like,
no, I don't want this. All right, we're cancelling this one. Cut this out.
I'll tell you what I'd like to bring back.
The bus one is
The
a good
glory days of European football for Tottenham. And that's happening. Thank you.
one. Is that really the end of your?
No, I'm trying to think of some things.
It's kind of hard, isn't it? What was?
I just liked it when there was less like restrictions on things.
I like when the Monster Munch guys look different.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I liked.
Yeah, go on.
In the like 80s and 90s, there was a certain hedonism about the comedy world that is lacking today.
What does that mean then?
As in, like, you know, they're all in the green room getting pissed and having a laugh and then going on stage and being weird. Everyone takes it way too seriously now.
Someone told me that in Australia, the festivals they're having there,
You don't want to say this now, do you?
no, I'll say it. Apparently, a lot of acts have been doing cocaine and going on stage.
Well,
So it exists. It's
Yeah,
alive
but
and
not
well
here.
in Big Ange country.
I'm not even just saying this. I am supposed to be going to do the Australian festivals next year.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
That's funny
I'll have a
how
lovely
you
time.
just decided that. I know obviously this is a bit of a like everything is more expensive now, but when a chocolate bar was 40p and
Well,
a can of drink was 50p.
you know, this shirt
Yeah.
probably cost me £80.
Should have.
It's on sale at the end of the season.
Like a football shirt. How's a
Listen,
football shirt £80
I don't
now?
know, but it wasn't on
It's a
Depop.
t-shirt.
And I can't help what Depop set their prices at.
80 quid. And then, no, I'm pretty sure it's 80 quid and a long sleeve is 100. That's what?
I'd bring back long sleeve shirts.
It used to be 40 quid for
We don't
a
have long
shirt and then
sleeves.
50 for a long sleeve.
I miss, and this is a very specific thing, Jack Johnson. I missed for a little while. You know, when they used to do like limited edition chocolate bars. There was
Yeah,
a coconut toffee crisp and it was blue.
that's good.
Give me some of that. Same as tomato skips. Tomato
Oh,
flavoured skips, red packet.
that sounds.
Yes.
I mean, I'd be
Yes.
into that. Yeah,
Give
yeah.
me some of
I
that.
suppose there's a lot of those. Boost guarana. which
You've got a whole bit about that.
yeah, it's good. It's getting
Are you
better.
going to call your next tour
Boost Guarana, Green Boost.
Green Boost.
Bring back Green Boost.
Here's a good thing.
Yeah.
If you go like Poundland or one of them, they do multi-packs of wheat crunchies. Yeah.
Okay.
And you get the bacon ones, which you see in a petrol gauge all the time, the tomato ones, which you sometimes see in a petrol gauge, which happens to be my favourite crisp.
Mhm.
But you also, in the multi-bag, get cheese and onion wheat crunchies, and they are fantastic.
Okay, that's lovely.
So I would say, actually, if you want a bit of the old times, go down to B&M, because there's all sorts of like shit
That
you've forgotten
does
exists.
feel like you're in a different era
Yeah.
going B&M.
Especially if you do it in the one in Wigan.
Some questions from Blue Sky. Blue Sky is like the new Twitter, if people don't know. Papa Sven says, what is your best celebrity and also crisp?
Well,
Well, you've
I've
been
just
talking
answered my
about crisps. I crisps, I don't know if this is my best, but I quite like occasionally having the Walker's Heinz tomato ones, because that's like a bit weird.
But is that your best crisp?
It's kind of hard what your best one is.
Well, I know mine. It's
Okay.
the spicy tomato wheat crunchy.
It is that.
It is that. It's always been that.
I'll go with the tomato. Yeah, I'll go
Right,
with
if
what I
you're
just said.
only allowed to eat that crisp for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'd eat that, yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
happy
every
with that?
day, every day.
You sure?
Yeah, every day,
You
8
can't get
p.m.
to change your mind.
8 p.m. every day, I'm eating that.
If anybody works at Walker's and can sponsor Bilal a packet of tomato crisps every day for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you should be doing on Instagram.
You know,
do that video every day, another packet.
Day
It's all
one
there.
of eating crisp till I get free one.
No, day one of eating crisps till I die.
Till I die. Do you remember on kids' shows, there sometimes was a thing, like Saturday morning TV, there sometimes was a thing where it was like win a year's supply of Cadbury's chocolate. What does that mean then?
Well, how many should a child have a day?
That's the thing. It's not a lot.
Well, it's 365 is the max, I would say.
Yeah.
There's no way that they're suggesting a child should eat more than one chocolate bar a day.
Exactly. So that's not that good.
And you probably shouldn't have it every day, every other day.
You shouldn't have it every day.
I reckon they give you 200.
You think it's 200?
Yeah.
Dairy milk, plain.
Yeah. Guesstimate.
And what's your best celebrity? Sorry.
What's your best celebrity that you've ever... Right, hang on. There's some ways of... Because I do like that people talk to us like we talk on this podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes it too ambiguous. What's
Should
your
we
best
say
celebrity
one
then?
that we've met?
And then one that we'd like to meet.
I met Armando Iannucci once.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was good.
What was he like?
He's really friendly.
And who is... No, it's...
He was really nice.
Paint a picture for the listener and viewer.
He was hosting Limmy, who I'm sort of friends with. Not seen him for a while, but the famous Twitch lad now. He was doing a Vine screening. A lot of you will know what that means. And Armando Iannucci was hosting it. And then Limmy introduced me to Armando Iannucci, which was cool. So I sat and chatted with him for a little bit. Just for a bit. I'm not, didn't want to be too desperate. I did meet Maya Carcetti from The Wire. Have you seen Game of Thrones? You haven't seen The Wire?
No.
Aidan Gillen, that's his name. I'll show you a picture. He was. I chatted to him for ages in the Loft Bar, and he was really nice to me. This guy.
Oh yeah.
Him, Aidan Gillen. I met.
Okay.
What's yours?
Well,
Those are my two. Maybe.
I think the best one I ever met. I mean, it's hard to tell between the two of them, but they're such big heroes of mine. Reeves and Mortimer, separate occasions.
Oh really?
Rick and Bob.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable.
That's cool. I've not met. I was stood near Vic Reeves at the Chortle Awards 2017.
Well, so this is quite a long story, but I'll go into it.
Mhm.
We got time? Yeah, we got time. Basically, when I was playing comedians football, I was living down in Brighton, and my girlfriend at the time had got us tickets to see Shooting Star. You know, the audience tickets to watch Shooting Stars being filmed.
Oh, nice.
But then in the football match, right, it was played in this big inflatable dome. And on the corner of the pitch to get into the dome, there's a revolving door. And in like the first minute of the game, Lee Mack and this other comedian who's not a comedian anymore, I don't even really remember his name, went shoulder to shoulder in the corner. But his velocity, this guy, took him and he put his arm through the revolving door and it like severed the main artery in his arm.
What?
And he was literally bleeding to death.
I
on the pitch,
didn't know this was going there.
And luckily, somebody had brought their friend who used to be in the army, and he managed to like stop the guy from like bleeding to death, basically. And So, and the ambulance took forever to come, and it gone on beyond the end of the game. So now I'm late. But I can't be like, oh, there's a guy dying. See you later. I'm going to watch Shooting Stars. So by the time I got to the television centre, right?
There's a guy
As
dying.
much as what I really wanted to do. By
Yeah.
the time I got to the television centre, it had gone in and we missed it. And my girlfriend at the time was absolutely fuming with me. Right.
But there was a guy dying.
So, anyway, I said, let's go and see this other thing, Pointless. It hadn't even come out on telly yet, Pointless. I was like, it's meant to be good. I was lying through my teeth. We're walking through.
It's meant to
and
be
I saw-
good.
And I saw Vic Reeves
Yeah.
dressed as a Tudor,
Oh.
smoking a cigarette and drinking a can of super strength lager.
Hmm.
And I ran up to him. I was like, you're one of my absolute heroes. And there's so many things that I want to ask you, but I haven't got time for any of that. Can you see if you can find Dan for me? As in Dan Skinner, Angelos. Because I was like, maybe he can get me in. And he looked at me, he took a puff of his fag and he went, all right, let me finish this and I'll go and have a look. And then he's gone off. He's like 20 minutes. And now we've missed Pointless as well. He's standing there going, he's not coming back. So I just went and rambled at him for ages.
Yeah.
He came back and went, I don't know where Dan is, but if you want to watch the show, you can sit in the green room with my wife. And then we watched it in the green room.
Oh.
And then afterwards, he just kept on going to me, why are you wearing skinny jeans? You should be wearing boot cut.
That's a really
And
good
then
story.
years later, I had the same agent as him.
Yeah.
And we were at a buffet at our agent's Christmas party. And Stephen Bailey, he had a bowl haircut for some reason. Didn't really suit him. And Vic Reeves came over and he pointed at the buffet. He went, what are those? I went, potato wedges, Vic. He went, yeah, I know. He went, why is your old mate wearing a wig? And then he just walked off.
That's
and then
good.
Bob Mortimer was the host of Nevermind the Buzzcocks Christmas special when I was on it.
Ah.
And then we had a lovely chat for about 20 minutes about my reversible jacket.
What was
That
it?
didn't make the edit.
What was it like sitting in the green room watching Shooting
It was
Stars?
great.
Was his wife nice? Because I
Yes,
follow him on
she's so
Instagram,
nice.
so
She's
I see
really
his
nice.
family a lot on there.
Yeah, she's really nice. But who would you like to meet, Bilal?
Thierry Henry.
Would you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Would you? Who do you have a Spurs one, or is
Yeah,
it
but
boring to say an ex-footballer?
No, I mean, I'd love. I think my favourite Tottenham player is Robbie Keane, so I'd like to meet Robbie Keane. But I wouldn't pick footballer.
Probably quite easy.
I don't. I think I would probably pick,
Mm.
and maybe because I went to see him the other day, so this is still in my head a bit. But I would like to meet Tyler the Creator. I think he'd be a fascinating person to meet.
I imagine. if-
Busta Rhymes. Of course, it's Busta Rhymes. We've talked about this
okay.
loads of the podcast.
Yeah.
But speaking of meeting very nice people, guess who I bumped into last night?
Gone.
Danny Wallace
Where?
at Harry Hill. Went to see Harry Hill in Ipswich with my brother.
Oh, nice one. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
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 Nice chat.
Nice chat.
Yeah. What did you talk about?
He remembered me talking about my brother on the podcast. So we've only talked about my brother, which was great for Tom. He was over the moon.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then we were chatting to Harry Hill, and Harry Hill asked my brother what he did.
Mm.
My brother said, I work in defence. And Harry Hill said, I've heard attack is good as well. Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
And can I just say, whilst we're on this subject, Harry Hill last night, one of the funniest things I've seen in a very long time.
Oh, cool.
It's like he creates so much weird stuff that you're just completely bamboozled by it. And then that world that he creates is like a Trojan horse in which he smuggles so many amazing jokes. It was really, really brilliant.
That's
If
great,
you've
man.
got
That's
a
really
chance
good
see
to
him,
hear.
I think most of the shows are sold out, but
Yeah.
he's
But
doing
there-
Shepherd's
hopefully
Bush. If
there'll
there's any
be-
returns. You've
There'll
got to
be
get a
more.
ticket if you're in London.
Hopefully they'll extend the tour a little bit
I mean,
as
he said
well.
he's done 70 dates and he's had enough.
70 days. Oh my God. He
Yeah.
must have made a load
Well,
of money
and he's
doing
playing
that.
2,000-seater rooms. Coin.
Coin. Can you imagine the coin?
Can you imagine the coin?
Should do another question?
Yes.
George says, which Premier League footballer would have the toughest problem to solve? Oh,
Oh.
maybe like Garnacho.
Oh, because he's not talking to his boss.
And all of that. They got loads of issues.
Mm.
He wants to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks like a shark. He looks like a dead shark.
He looks silly, doesn't he?
Garnacho looks like a dead shark.
Yeah, I find him a bit annoying.
Mm.
Got some talent though.
But how is it being utilised?
Yeah, not good enough.
I would say... Oh, let me tell you this. One
Yeah.
other little tidbit as we're on football. When the players at the end came out and they all brought their families out on the pitch after the game on Sunday.
Mm.
And then me and my mate Kirby, shout out to
Kirby.
Kirby, we're getting on the overground. And just as we're getting on, he's chatting to some old woman, and he gives her a big hug. And he gets up, "What's that about?" And he went, "That's Jed Spence's mum." I went, "What?" And I said, "How do you know?"
Jed
he
Spence
said,
plays
"I
for
just
Tottenham,
said,
if you
I
didn't
just said, sorry, are you Jed Spence's mum?" And she
Yeah.
said, "Yeah," and I gave her a hug. So she got the tube home after the game.
Yeah, that is a bit
He's
weird.
got to be on he's got to be on 30 grand a week.
Get your mum an
Get your
Uber.
mum an Uber,
Get your
boy.
mum an Uber.
So I think he's got the biggest problem.
I get my mum an Uber sometimes. I'm not on 30 grand a week.
I don't ever get my mum an Uber.
But you don't talk to your mum anymore, do you?
No, not after the incident.
Also, George had a second question.
Oh, yeah?
Also, if someone asked you to get them an Oasis drink from the shop and no other details, which flavour would you get?
That is such a good question.
I think the purpley one, right?
Yeah, that's the original one, right?
Is
seems
it?
to me. It's the most popular one. It's the one
What
you
is it
see
called?
most
Like
on-
summer fruits?
Summer fruits, yeah.
It's not very nice, Oasis.
No, me and my dad used to have it on building site all the
I
time.
used to have it when I was at
Packed lunch.
school. You have it now and you're like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, a bit like a Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah. A question from Uncle Trunkle, also on Blue Sky. Yeah?
Uncle Trunkle.
Uncle Trunkle. If owners look like their dogs, should Joey get a King Charles Spaniel?
Well, I think I look more like a sad human pug, as I say in my stand-up sometimes.
Yeah,
But
you do.
I understand that my hair looks like ears.
Aren't pugs like in pain all the time? So I think
Which dogs are the unhappiest?
I think pugs are, aren't
Oh,
they?
okay.
They're always hurting.
No, I mean like mentally. No, I'm in good spirits.
Okay, that's all the Blue Skies.
Okay.
And then I'll see if there's any Twitter as well while you look at yours.
I've got some. Barry's bloody filled his boots here. Barry has sent loads in.
Wow, we literally got one on Twitter. Twitter is absolutely dead. And then, oh no, I had some on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Here's some questions for you. Do you ever write in a writer's room for comics
I've never written for a comic.
or for sitcoms?
I've been in writers' rooms before, and
I'd like to be. I think I'd be really good at it.
It's not quite what you think. It's not like, well, the ones I've done, it's not like you're all sitting there like, oh, should we do this? Should we do this? It's more you go away and come up with some ideas, and then you talk them through.
Yeah, a bit like this podcast.
A bit. It's all right. It's a bit daunting at first, and then you think, and then it's like, I can do this, kind of, you know. But I would love to do more. Like, if anyone can, something. I met Shelf, the double act, who are very good. When I did my comedy for kids gig.
How long have they been going?
A little while, maybe.
Yeah, good shelf life.
Oh, that's Gapham.
That's a gap.
They said they mainly do comedy for kids now because it like pays better and stuff. It's double act, it's different, you know. They said they also write for kids TV. That would be great, man. It would be great.
Talent.
It's not, because to do kids comedy, you've got to be very funny. IMO.
Bazza also says,
Yeah.
Do you want to write a sitcom? I'm actually already writing 3.
Yeah, we all want to do. I'm writing like a more kind of comedy drama type thing, but you need the silliest sitcom. But I just can't quite figure out what it is. But yeah, that's what we got to have. We've got to have. Like, I got an email. I got a couple of years ago. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost's production company reached out and via my agent and said, does he have anything written? And I didn't really. And I sent them some sketches. No, but you had to send something. I had some sketches I'd written.
Put it into
they weren't really interested.
Seek.
Oh yeah, I could do that now. This wasn't around then. But you got to have stuff in it.
Yeah.
You should probably have a bunch of stuff.
Well,
but I don't have that.
I've got years of ideas that
no,
haven't
mate.
worked.
Stuff written on the back of a crisp packet is not a sitcom.
I've got here, what about sitcom about Donkey?
About Donkey?
Yeah, about Donkey.
Donkey from Shrek or just
No,
Donkey? Sitcom about Donkey would be good, a donkey.
Which comics inspire you now?
That's a good question.
Well, I was very inspired by Harry Hill last night. It was
that's
really,
interesting.
really good for me to see the level of work that he puts into his stuff.
I like people who I consider to be like a bit daring, and when people are going off script a lot and it's really funny. So like when Nick Helm does it, it's really good. Even the other night when we talked about this before, but I was the act on After Joey, and he said like twice, he said the guy that's on after is rubbish.
Mm.
That's really funny.
Yeah, that is
in the moment.
But you can't say it every time.
You should say it every time. It
Yeah,
would
I
be
know.
really funny. But also Adam Riches, unfortunately, he doesn't really do podcasts. I'd love him on.
Yeah.
When you see his show, it's like, yeah, I think
I saw him in Ball and Bow. I mean, John Kearns is another one.
John
that
Kearns is another one, yeah.
Inspires me. Kyle Kananu we had on here is one of my favourites.
Yeah.
And Mike Rice, who was on here, I think is
I
absolutely
need
fantastic.
to still watch his special.
Yeah.
I got a really good question here. Do you want me
Okay.
to do it?
Yep.
Another one from Instagram from Gary. Have you met Gary?
I don't
Who's
know.
I can't
I
remember
don't
if
like
you've
to
met
meet
him.
people from this.
If you and this is a good question.
Yeah.
If you and Joey swap sets at stand-up gig, who would have the better gig using the other's material? That is a fantastic
good.
question.
We should do
And
that.
also, we gigged together recently.
Mm.
Now, the opening joke I have about the bishop hosting the gig and saying that
I'd add
I'm
to it.
Muslim, I don't know.
No, I'd add to it.
I suppose you could be Muslim, but then your one, when you go up and you say, I can tell you think I'm not going to be good at this, that wouldn't work for me because they know I'm going to be solid.
Yeah.
So they just wouldn't laugh there.
But
They'd
then
be
if
like,
you
what does he
say-
mean?
If you say I look like a paedophile, I don't think anyone's. I don't think that works for you.
Oh, it doesn't work for me.
No,
or it
not
does.
as well as it does.
Oh,
for
okay.
me.
I thought you were going to say
You
it
know,
does work for me.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, though.
It would be interesting, Gary. And what a great question.
That is a good question, man.
I'd like to see if you could remember one of my big long bits. I think you'd struggle.
I'd have to practice it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically we're at the end of the episode.
Who would do better, though?
Who would do better? Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot to answer that bit.
Mm.
I think it would be very entertaining. But
I do genuinely think we both have solid
I'll
stuff
tell you what I'm
that we
gonna
could
say.
both do.
right, shut up a minute. What I'm going to say, listeners,
Oh.
is because Bilal's self-esteem is in the gutter because I'm beating him at the muscle challenge. I'm going to say Bilal in the hope that he gives me a bit of competition in this last week. So
I got
Bilal,
one
I
more.
think you would be.
Can I
think
do
you
one
would be.
more?
Oh yeah, we'll do one more.
It's good. Was Joey sorry, this is from Alex, also from Instagram. Was Joey the voice of a washing machine in a recent energy advert?
Yes, I was.
Were you?
Yeah.
There you go.
It was like I was leaving voice notes for a bit like I was to you,
Yeah.
to my flatmate saying, sorry I've used up all the energy. Had a bit of a late night last night. Too much drum and bass. Things like that.
Is it?
Yeah, that's me.
And how much do you get for that?
Coin.
Thank you so much for sending your questions in. A lot of them, they were really good.
They were
I
really
think.
good. And we'll do this again at some point soon.
Yeah.
So if you think of one, send it in and we'll bank it
Salute.
for the next time. Also, if you do enjoy this podcast and you think, oh, I wish there was a little bit more. Just get a little bit. You know, like you get the peanut butter and there's a bit. Do you want like just a little bit more in
Just
the
want
bottom?
a bit more peanut butter.
Yeah, when it's empty.
I like peanut
Then
butter.
why don't you subscribe to our Patreon? It's less than a jar of peanut butter. And next week, there will be a pre-show special where I'm going to be talking about an argument I had with my girlfriend and also when I went to see a secret TV show being filmed. So that's all to come. So why not sign up? Whenever we have a guest on, we do a pre-show and we appreciate you for supporting us on this podcast. We'll see you next week.
Bye.